Hi guys, welcome back to the lecture series on 8085 microprocessor. In this video, we'll be discussing the logic and the rotate instructions of 8085 microprocessor. So let's get started. So the first logical instruction is AND logic. I hope everyone knows what is AND logic. It's basically the AND gate. The AND gate which you have already learned in digital electronics. So it's the AND gate. So this is your AND gate. Now the instructions are ANA and ANI. ANA stands for AND with accumulator, and accumulator with any of these registers. So any registers can be written on the right. You can see the registers and accumulator with A itself, or you can AND with other registers like B or C, E, D, H, L, any of the registers. And you can also do AND operation with your memory location, which is pointed by your HL register. Whenever you give M, we have already seen what M stands for. M stands for the memory location pointed by HL pair. H and L register together, which makes a 16-bit address in the memory, which is the memory location pointed, and the data that is contained in M will get ANDed with A. So here, whenever we do AND logic, it is a bit by bit operation. Let's say you are doing AND B, and let's say if A has the content 5C and B has the content CD. So it's basically a bit by bit operation. So let's look what is 5. Now 5 is 0 1 0 1. C is A is 10, B is 11, C is 12. 12 is 8 plus 4, so 1 1 0 0 is C. Again you have C and D for B. This is your A register, this is your V register. So B is C. C is 1 1 0 0, and then D is C plus 1, which is 1 1 0 1. So here what happens is that the ANAB will do a bit by bit operation. It will AND the each bits. So 0 ANDed with 1 is 0, 0 with 0 is 0, 1 ANDed with 1 is 1, 1 ANDed with 1 is 1 again, 1 with 0 is 0, 0 with 0 is 0, 1 ANDed with 1 is 1, 0 ANDed with 1 is 0, 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 0. Yeah, so this will be the result that will be stored in your accumulator, which is A register. So I hope this is clear. It is a bit by bit operation. Each bit gets ANDed with the corresponding bit in the other register. If you are ANDing A with B, the content of A and content of B gets ANDed with each other, which is the each bit positions gets ANDed, right? Similarly, you can have AND accumulator with C register or E register or L register or M register. M is basically the memory location pointed by HL register, or you can even give an immediate data, that is ANI instruction. ANI stands for AND accumulator with immediate data. So always your first register is always your accumulator, and the second one could be any of the registers, or it could be a memory location, or if you give the instruction as ANI, you are giving immediate data to be ANDed with the accumulator. So the contents of A will get ANDed with the immediate data 38H. 38 will be a hexadecimal number. Similarly, you can AND with other numbers like FE or whatever number you want to give, you can give over here, and you can AND it with your A accumulator. So this is for doing AND operation, AND logic, A and A or A and I. Then comes your next instruction or the next logic gate, and that is your OR logic. So I hope you know what is OR logic, and you know the truth table of OR logic. So I won't be explaining the truth table of OR logic over here. So here it is very similar to your AND gate. Here we have OR A, ORA and ORI, very similar to your ANA and ANI. So here what happens is ORAC, what happens, A will get ANDed with C register and the result will go into A register. So OR operation will happen between A and C. Similarly, ORAD, what happens, A OR gate with D register and the result goes into A register. Similarly, A OR gate with A register, whichever register you mention here will get ORed with A register and the result will be stored in your accumulator. All the general purpose registers can be used over here. Now you can also give a memory location. Now what happens over here, A will get ORed with the contents of the memory location pointed by HL register and the result will get stored in A register. Or you can even give a immediate data. Whenever you see I, it means that you're giving a immediate data over here. So ORI stands for OR immediate. So the accumulator will get ORed with the number 51 and the result will get stored in A register itself. Similarly, whatever number you give, you can OR it with accumulator. If you're giving 9D, so 9D will get ORed with accumulator and the result will go into A register. Similarly, you can have the third instruction as XOR logic. We have very similar instruction. Instead of ORA and ORI, we have XRA and XRI instructions. What happens here is that XRAD, A and D register gets XORed and the result gets stored in A register. You can even XOR A with A also. A XOR A, the result goes into A register. XOR A XOR H, the result goes into A register. Similarly with B, L and M, M stands for memory location. A XOR the contents of the memory location pointed by HL register, the result goes back into A register. XOR I stands for immediate data. You can give an immediate data and XOR it with your accumulator. A XOR with the immediate data BC. BC is a hexadecimal number over here. BC represents a hexadecimal number and this number will get XORed with the contents of A and the result will get stored in A register. Similarly, XORI A4C stands for XOR A XORed with the number 4C hexadecimal number and the result gets stored in A register. So these are the various logic operations. There are 3 logic gates: AND gate, OR gate and XOR gate. You can also make NAND, NOR and XNOR gates using a very simple instruction called complement accumulator. Once you have done an AND operation, if you do complement accumulator, what happens? You will get NAND gate. Now CMA stands for complement accumulator. What happens? Each bit of accumulator will be complemented. Whatever is the data that is there in A, each and every bit gets complemented. If there is a 1, it becomes 0. If there is a 0, it becomes 1. So if you want to implement a NAND gate, what you can do is that you can give instruction like ANA with whatever register you want to give, AND operation, and then you can give CMA. Let's say you want to AND A with B register and then you want to complement it. I mean, you want to do a NAND operation basically. So if you want to do that, you can do AND operation A with B and then you can give a complement operation on A on the result, which will makes it a NAND gate. So you can have, similarly you can have NAND, or if you want to do a NOR operation, you can do a OR operation and then give a complement accumulator. Similarly you can also give XNOR, XOR operation. You can do a XOR operation and then you can do a complement operation, which will make your result XNOR. There are other instructions also, like complement carry flag. CMC stands for complement carry flag. Whatever is the content of the carry flag will get complemented, which means that if the carry flag contains a 0, it becomes 1. If it contains 1, it becomes 0. That is what complement carry flag stands for. Whatever is the current content will get complemented. Set carry flag means the carry flag will be set to 1. Setting means setting to logic 1. Clearing means setting clearing to logic 0. Now the next logical instruction that we have is compare instructions. So you can compare data with the accumulator, the data that is there in the accumulator, or and the data that is there in any of the registers can be compared, like compare B, C, D, L, M or H. All the general purpose registers can be compared. Now what does compare operation does? Compare means you want to check whether which data is greater or smaller. When you are comparing A with B, let's say you are comparing A with register B, actually what happens is that you will subtract A minus B to know which data is larger, whether A is greater than B, or there are three conditions here: A is equal to B or A is less than B. These are the three conditions that can be there when you compare A with B register. So what happens is that B gets subtracted from A. All the compare instructions are subtractions. The only difference is that in subtraction instruction the result gets stored in A register. In compare instruction this doesn't happen. The result is never stored, only these numbers are compared, or these numbers are subtracted and the flags are updated. Now how to check which register is larger? So whenever you give an instruction like CMP B, what happens is that A is A minus B operation happens and the flags will get updated. Now how to find out whether A is greater than B, or A is equal to B, or A is less than B? So there are ways in which you can find out these by checking the flags. Now whenever you subtract, if there is a borrow, if a borrow is taken up when you subtract A minus B, that means that B is greater than A. Is that clear? If the number that is stored in B is greater than the number that is stored in A, you will require a borrow, and that borrow will reflect in your carry flag. So if carry flag is set to 1, obviously your B is greater than A. That is what it means if carry flag is set to 1. If carry flag is 0, it can be two conditions: either A and B are equal, or A is greater than B. There are two conditions which will satisfy that carry flag is 0 when you do A minus B operation. But if carry flag is 1, it is very clear that the contents of B is greater than the content of A. Only then the carry flag will be set to 1 when you do A minus B, because you require a borrow. So now what do you want to check so that you can understand? So this case is already done. A less than B case is already done. Just check the carry flag. If it is 1, definitely A is less than B. But for carry flag, if carry flag is 0, there are two more conditions. There are two more cases, that is A could be greater than B, or A could be equal to B. So there is one more flag that you can check, that is your 0 flag. Now if 0 flag is set to 1, which means that the subtraction ended up in a result 0, which means that A should be equal to B. Only if A is equal to B, when A minus B will result in a 0, and if 0 is the result, then 0 flag will be set to 1. So if you check the 0 flag, you will be able to figure out whether you have ended up with this condition, A is equal to B. Now if carry flag is 0 as well as your 0 flag is also 0, definitely A is greater than B. That is the last condition that you have. So I hope that is clear. If carry flag is 1, A is less than B. If carry flag is 0, there are two conditions, A can be greater than B or A is equal to B. In that case, if 0 flag is set to 1, definitely A is equal to B, only then you will get a result that is 0. But if 0 flag is set to 0 and carry flag is also set to 0, then definitely A is greater than B. That is how you can compare two registers. Similarly, you can compare A with D register or E register or H or L register, or you can also compare it with a memory location. Here M stands for memory location pointed by HL register. So you can compare A accumulator with a memory location as well using this instruction CMP M. Now there is another instruction CPI, which stands for compare with immediate data. So whenever there is a I, it means that you are comparing with the immediate data, or you are giving a immediate data in the instruction itself. Since this is CPI, it means that compare with immediate data. So what you are going to compare, A with 59, whatever data that you are giving over here, or A minus 4C will be your operation. The result will never be stored in this case. In any of these compare instructions, the result will never be stored. Instead, only the flags will be updated. So by checking the flags, you can get what is the result. But in subtraction instructions, the result will always be stored in the accumulator itself. But for compare instructions, the results are never stored. That is the only difference between subtract instruction and compare instruction. Only the status of the result will be stored. So I hope that is clear. Compare instructions are clear. Now let's move into rotate instructions. So the first rotate instruction is RRC, rotate accumulator right with carry flag. Now rotate right means each bit of this accumulator will get rotated or shifted to the right. So D7, these are the each bits, D0 to D7 are each bit of accumulator, 8 bits. So D7 will get shifted to D6, whatever is there in D6 will get shifted to D5, whatever is there in D5 will get shifted to D4, what is there in D4 gets shifted to D3, what is there in D2, D3 gets shifted to D2, similarly D2 to D1, D1 to D0, and whatever is there in D0, since we are rotating right, the LSB, the least significant bit, will get shifted to carry flag as well as, it will get shifted to carry flag as well as to the MSB. So D0 goes to carry flag as well as it also goes to D7. In this case, rotate right operation with carry. So this operation, whenever you give this instruction RRC, this operation happens only on the accumulator. There is no other register that can be used for this operation. RRC only happens on accumulator. So all the bits gets rotated right. The D0 bit goes into D7 as well as it goes into the carry flag. That is what happens with rotate right instruction. The next instruction, rotate instruction is rotate accumulator left with carry. It is the exact opposite of what is there in rotate right instruction. The only difference is that instead of from D0 to carry flag, the data will be going from D7 to the carry flag. All the bits gets rotated left. D0 comes to D1, D1 goes to D2, D2 goes to D3, D3 goes to D4, D4 goes to D5, D5 goes to D6, D6 goes to D7, D7 goes to carry flag, as well as it also goes to D0. So the difference is that D7 goes to the carry flag in this case, MSB goes to the carry flag, as well as D7 also goes to D0. These are rotate instructions with carry flag. Whatever is coming out of the accumulator also goes into the carry flag, as well as to the, if it is rotate right, the least significant bit, which is D0, will move into carry flag also to D7. For rotate left, the D7 will move into carry flag as well as to D0 bit position. Similarly, there is another rotate instruction which is known as RAL, rotate accumulator left through the carry flag. So here what happens is that the accumulator is rotated through the carry flag, which means that here we are doing a left operation. So what happens, it is very similar, D0 to D1, D1 to D2, D2 to D3, D3 to D4, D4 to D5, D5 to D6, D6 to D7. From D7 the data goes into the carry flag, and whatever data is there in the carry flag, that goes into D0. That is the only difference between RL and RAL. So here, sorry, RLC and RAL. RLC is rotate accumulator left with carry flag, which means that whatever comes out of D7 goes into the carry flag and it goes into the D0 bit. But here it is not the data that is in D7 that goes into D0, but it is the carry flag's data that goes into D0. We are rotating it through the carry flag, which means that D7 goes into carry flag and whatever is there in the carry flag, that goes into D0. So that is the difference here. In the previous case it was the MSB that goes into the LSB, but here it is not the MSB that is going into the LSB, it is the carry flags data that goes into the LSB, the least significant bit, D0. What was the data that is there in carry flag, 0 or 1, that goes into the LSB, D0, and what was there in D7 goes into carry flag. So you are rotating it, you are rotating the data through the carry flag. The carry flag is also taking part in the rotation process. That is what it means. Very similar instruction, that is rotate accumulator right through the carry flag, RAR instruction. So here you are rotating the data right through the carry flag. So what happens is that D7, whatever is the data that is there in D7 goes to D6, D6 goes to D5, D5 goes to D4, D4 data and D4 goes to D3, D3 data goes to D2, D2 data goes to D1, and D1 data goes to D0. Whatever is the data that is there in D0, that goes into your carry flag. And the same, similarly, the carry flag, whatever data is there in carry flag, goes into D7. Very similar to the previous instruction. In the previous instruction it was rotate left, here it is rotate right. So the LSB goes into the carry flag and whatever is the data that is there in the carry flag goes into the MSB. I hope this is very much clear. With this we end up this video on logic and rotate instructions. Thank you and have a nice day. Hope you enjoyed the video.